Okay, good evening, everybody. Kicking off at 8 o'clock, the usual time, obviously, because there's no World Cup football on. So, who have we got in? Who's going to be the first one to drop a message in then? Anytime now. So, it says there's at least two of you here. So, that's not a bad start. At least somebody wants to watch me tonight. Anybody else baking? Anybody else see the sweat on me? I'm absolutely minging at the moment. What a bloody boiling hot day it's been. But then this weekend's full of nothing to do, really, isn't it? Obviously, because of the World Cup, of course. And it turns out we're the first ones to drop a message in. Happy days. 40 seconds. You guys are losing your touch at the moment, aren't you? So, an awful lot to talk about if you want to talk about the World Cup, but then an awful lot to talk about Newport County as well. A lot of negativity. Phelps, he's the first one in. Oi, oi. How you doing, mate? Good evening to you. Who else have we got in tonight then? So, a few of you here. Ryan's in. Good man. So who's going to drop in the first question of the night then? Because I want to be answering what you guys want first of all, but then at the same time I will be throwing in my own 2 cents here and there. But look, at the end of the day, I put myself out here for you guys to come in and have a good old natter about football. Whether it's Newport County, whether it's the World Cup, whether it's the Somalian League, I don't care. We can talk about it. Although I wouldn't recommend asking me any questions about the Somalian League. I'm not going to know an awful lot. Yeah, Liam Phelps. Looking back on when we first met, oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, funny enough, I was just about to say that. Go on then, finish it off. What we got? What we got, Phelpsy? Looking back on where we first met, I cannot escape and I cannot forget. Southgate, you're the one. Go on, you're going somewhere with this, aren't you? You still turn me on. Well, whatever floats your boat, mate. The waistcoat don't quite do it for me, I'm afraid. Football's coming home again. No, no, it's clever. It's clever. Fair play. Phelps, he's one of our many English supporters. And for that reason, and for many, many, many others, and if you got me on Facebook, you would have seen the amount of different reasons I've got. I am wanting England to do well in this World Cup. Now, supporting is a strong word. I support Newport County. I support Wales. I don't support England. Jamie Frankham, I guess what? We got our one of our newest creators is in the house tonight, guys. Jamie. For those of you who've seen the top five Premier League players video of the season, that was Jamie's work, and I think it was quite brilliant to be honest with you. So look out for more of his work, guys. There's plenty more to come. Trust me on that. What else we got? Ryan, it's coming home. It certainly seems that way at the moment. Bluebirds TV. I met a Cardiff player in Asda car park today. Which one was that then, mate? Any signing rumours you've heard on a serious note for the county? Reece Healy is the big one at the moment. Talk of him coming back to us on loan. And I think I've said it before, it would be a very good move for him. It would be a very good move for us. And it would be a very good move for Cardiff because he'll get some football. He's not going to get Premier League football at the moment. And he wants football. He obviously wants to play first team football. So make sure that you guys get any rumours that you guys have got as well on here as well, because at the moment Reece Healy is all I've got. Kip release on the 10th and Friars Walk at 4 p.m. Ryan, don't get me started on that. I would have fancied going to that, to be honest with you. But I worked all 5, so I'm missing out on that, unfortunately. Bailey Goodall, who do you reckon is the best signing we've had in this window? I've got to say Jamil Matt so far, but we've made 6 great signings in my opinion. I mean, the jury's still out for Charlie Clough, of course, but from what I'm hearing, he'll be a good player because he's not going to be in a comfort zone with his old man as the manager. He's going to face up to Flinney and Hatswell at the end of the day. So there we go. Right, so Bluebirds. Met a Cardiff player. You met a Cardiff player. He's training with us at the moment. What's his name then? Bluebirds TV. What's his name? Liam, how far do you think England will go in your opinion? I think they're set to go to the final. They're getting stronger and stronger as the tournament goes on. If they go one better and beat Croatia comfortably, like I think they can, because Croatia didn't look good at all last night. I would fancy them in the final then as well, whether they play Belgium or France Although it's going to be bloody tough, mind you. Jarrell Sellers is the other one I heard. No, Jarrell Sellers. Why does that one ring a bell? I'm not sure. Where is he from, Phelps? Give us a bit of a bio on him if you've got one, please, mate. Marcus May. Hi, Taff. Are you going to do either of the Undy or Chippenham friendlies? I should be at both, my friend. So if you want to come and say hello, absolutely. Hello from XRs111. That's Jamie. Good man, Jamie. Good evening to you. Bailey Goodall. Is Pipey going into coaching? I'd like to think so. I'd like to think he's already having a dabble on it already, at least on the fitness side of it, because his sort of fitness is something we could do with installing into our players. Can't wait for England to lose in the final and watch the hopes of a nation crumble, tears everywhere, and oh yes, it's going to be brilliant. Well, we got the England haters in tonight as well, Scabs being one of them. Well, fair play. I mean, I can't expect everybody to want to want England to win when they're from Wales. Some people get it, some people don't. You know why I want England to win. A lot of it is from my military days, of course. I think I mentioned that on Facebook earlier. And I served with a lot of Scots, a lot of Irish, a lot of English, and a lot of Welsh. And we were all one big happy family, and we all cheered each other's teams on whenever we would arraign each other. If Wales were playing, they would always egg Wales on. I would always egg England on with them. It was just the way of it, to be honest with you. I remember I was in the RAF going through training with a load of English guys during World Cup 2002, and no, fair play. You know, when it came to the qualifiers for the Euro 2004, they were cheering Wales on when we nearly qualified. They were cheering them on with me. You know, like I was cheering England on in the World Cup 2002 as well. So, the Alpsy Cheltenham winger left by mutual consent, Jarrell Sellers. Yeah, I remember the name Sellers from Cheltenham actually. Yeah. Do you think we got enough cover in the winger position, being as we've got Wilmot and we've got Keanu Marshbury? Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Has he got a bit of pace about him? I don't remember if he's got pace about him, to be honest. I got Hairspray with her. Jamie, he's going to be in his high school musical at the Cardiff Cumbrian Congress Theatre. That is, isn't it? Don't want to bang out some dates, mate, so people know. So if anybody wants to go and watch Jamie perform, go and watch him. Reese is training with us. I met Lang. Who's Lang, mate? So all this week and next week you got the rehearsals. Fair play. I wouldn't care if we went out in A Scabs, still had a good tournament. Good point. Aiden is coming home. Fair play. You would though, Phelps. Of course you care. Of course you're going to care that you go out. But then when you reflect on it, you think we got the World Cup semi-final with a young team, a young inexperienced team, and that's progress. So you're going to be happy. You're going to be upset, but you're going to be happy at the same time. You know, you're going to be pleased with the progress you've made. Labardi was in the gym down Spitley. It was on his Twitter. Yeah, Labardi, he's got a new Twitter feed. If you saw the blog I put out earlier, for me, it's looking very likely that he may stay. He's going to want somewhere familiar to obviously do his rehab. He's going to want to. He's still going to be the captain of our team as well. I just really don't. I wouldn't understand it if he left, to be honest with you. Andrew Crofts has had a good career. Hopefully, he will play decent for us. Yeah, I think he will. He's an international. He's an ex-Premier League player. He's 34, but he's still been playing, first team football. He played for Scunthorpe last season. No, I definitely think it's a good move for us bringing him in. What reserve goalkeeper would you sign? Oh, that's a good point, Rich. We do definitely need a reserve goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong. But who's out there at the moment? It's got to be an unknown from, like a 21-year-old non-league keeper that's had the season of his life last year, who we can pick up for nothing, and he'll cost us next to nothing on wages as well. He'll pick up £400 a week and be happy with it. And he will be young, hungry, and ready to push Joe Day for his starting spot. That's basically where I would look to go with on that one. Thoughts on the whole Labardi situation now, with his new Twitter and all that? Well, I know I just mentioned it there. Sorry to have already answered your question for you, Scabs, but I got the feeling he's going to stay. Correct, mate. 17th to the 19th of July. There you go, 17th to the 19th of July, guys. Make sure we all get down and watch Jamie perform. Phelpsy, oh yeah, I don't want us to go out, but still had a good tournament. I would have been quite happy with the quarters, Scabs. There you go. And if I was an England supporter, I'd have been happy with the quarters. Let's see if they can make it to the final, and at least the UK as a country have got something to shout about then in the World Cup. Because unfortunately, England were the only home nation that qualified. You know, if there's other home nations there, then things might have been a little bit different on who supports who. But at the end of the day, I want any home nation to do well in an international tournament. The thing is, people are making comparisons like Sweden don't cheer on Norway and stuff like that. It's like, well, Sweden and Norway are not part of the same sovereign state as England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland actually are. Those four countries make up the UK, Great Britain. So it's the United Kingdom of Great Britain, sovereign state. We're all part of the same sovereign state, the same country, really. You know, we're part of what an empire. It used to be an empire. You can't call it that pretty much anymore. But we still want each other to do well because we all make that great nation together. We should want each other to prosper in everything. To be honest with you, and for Wales, for our national team, the input from England for us is massive. So there we go. Anyway, will you boo Toes or Nubla when they play us at home? I won't. No, definitely not. Rich, I'm getting about Labardi, but don't agree we should wait for him. If he wants to sign, he would have done it by now. Move on. Wiltshire is available. No, unfortunately, mate, he's signing for West Ham. But there we go. Labardi, I think, is going to sign. I think it might just be a matter of he's planning his rehab, etc., etc. You know, that sort of stuff. You know, he's saying that I'll sign, but let me sort myself out first. One of them kind of. It could be. I could be. You know, I could be dreaming. You know, I could just be. You know, with complete wishful thinking on that. But you know, you never know what's going on behind the scene. Um, Aiden, West Ham lost to a second division Swiss side earlier. We had a strong side as well. Was that in the European sort of qualifying competition, or is it just a friendly match? Because if it's just a friendly, no point even worrying about it. But if it's actually qualifying for Europe, then well, you had a crap season, didn't you, West Ham? I don't think you're qualifying for anything. Sorry, mate. Oh, Mendes Lang, right with you on that one. Yes, of course. Yeah, good player he is. Didn't think he was quite up to the step up to the championship, to be honest. I thought he was a League One winger at best. But fair play, he made the jump up really well. Saw the county players. When was that? Sorry, Jim. I just saw the county players had a sports day the other day. Can you elaborate on that one for us, mate? Phelpsy, if we're playing 4-3-3, then yeah, another winger may be needed, in my opinion. Then the 4-3-3, where does Matt and Amond play together in that 4-3-3 if we have two wingers? That's what I'm a little bit worried about on that one. So Phelps again, Jamie Stevens still not got a contract. May take a cut on wages if he can't find anywhere else. Got a feeling you get picked up by a conference team before long. Scabs, how many do you think we bring to Mansfield? I'm hoping a minimum of 400-500. I really think we should be pushing 600-700. We should get a really good following for that one. Mansfield is one that's always been a bit of a tasty, hostile sort of environment, which brings a lot of fans out of the woodwork, to be honest with you. But no, I think we should definitely be looking at around about the 500 mark minimum to take away to Mansfield. Aiden, I would advise County to look at some National League players. Watching Maidenhead a few times last year. There's quite a few hidden gems in that league. There always are, to be honest with you. There always are. Perfectly capable to handle League Two. Yeah, definitely, 100%. There's plenty of players out there. I mean, we picked up a few like Lionel John Lewis and Alex Rodman a couple of years ago, who both played in League One last year. So they're there, they're absolutely there. Lenny Pidgley for second keeper. Why not? I'd have him back as a backup. Rich G. Be delighted if Labardi does sign. I think top 8 finish next season under Flynn. It's brilliant. Yeah, I've said top 10 to be honest with you. Top 10 will be progress still. 11th, I think we finished well above expectations on that. I think finishing top 10 will be within expectations if we're making progress. And we're making the right signings. We got to get a few more. We've got to keep Labardi because I said it in the blog earlier. If we pick up Labardi, no, if Labardi signs, and when he comes back, it'll be a big advantage. It'd be like signing a player out the window. Honestly, he'd be such a big plus for us when he's back. That's if he's the same player though. These careers do tend to knock players down a peg or two. These injuries, they halt people's careers. Q Pie Army. Carefree on tour, Q Pie Army. Wasn't that something we were talking about last week? Someone remind me on that one. Liam Phelps, still Britain at the end of the day. I know I was cheering Wales in the Euros, but we still take the piss out of Wales if something shit happens in the same way you be with England. It's just the way it is, yeah. At the end of the day, we are always having the banter, we always take the piss out of each other, but deep down, we want to see each other do well. We're Britain. We're all part of Britain at the end of the day, aren't we? Bluebirds, I'm off to Taff well on Friday, we're playing them. Are you off to Taff's well? Right, okay, yeah, you're playing them on Friday. Ah, fair enough, mate. That should be good. That'd be a nice little evening, eh? Jamie Frankham, we need the weekly FGR rant. Yeah, that'll come soon enough, mate. Don't you worry. I'm sure someone's going to make come up with a rumour that Labardi signing for them, and that'll start me off. To be honest, Shane Bruno Andrade went to Lincoln. Yeah, you think about it though. Lincoln are very very likely to go ahead and get promoted now with a Kindy there, Andrade there, Matt Green still there. Well, they got a end of the day, they had a good cup run. They brought the fans in. They got a buttload of money from it all. So spend it and get yourself in League One. I don't particularly like them very much. I think they're all very smug. But hey, they've earned it. I guess you could say they've earned it. Thoughts on Charlie Cooper seemed like he wasn't rated at FGR. I think it's because his old man was the manager. He was in a comfort zone. He comes down here and he's out of his comfort zone. He's supposedly highly rated, but haven't quite lived up to that expectation just yet. So we may see some good at Charlie Cooper. If we don't, then it was a bad move. At least he's not our player. I know we'd be paying his wages, but we could always send him back. CJB, we will finish 12th. I know it. To be honest with you, I'd be happy with that. I would be happy with that because promotion, I don't think we're equipped off the field for promotion just yet. Not to say that if it happened, we wouldn't be able to cope, but I think we want to be stronger off the field before we look to get promoted. Finish 12th with a cup run again. This time we play Man United away instead of Tottenham, and yeah, I'll be over the moon. Then we'd have the money to get ourselves equipped to go up the League One. There we go, carefully on tour, exactly what we say. Yeah, there we go. Bailey Goodall, are you annoyed that the Bristol City game has been made behind closed doors? I am, because I was looking forward to the game, but I'm not annoyed with the club as such because it would have been a complete bust. It would have been a cop-out. No one would have gone because everyone would be watching the England game, against Croatia. So we'd have had no money. It would have cost us money to put the game on for people to go and watch, and there would only been a handful of people who would be willing to miss the World Cup semi-final to go and watch it. It's the harsh reality of it, unfortunately. But the club made a good business move, and so that's that. Obviously, Lincoln should storm the league this season. Anything less than top three, they've underachieved. Agree. Would you boo Labad if he goes to FGR? Yes, 100%. There we go, Jamie. I laid the floor for you to mention Labadi and FGR. Labadi, one of my favourite county players of all time, and FGR, one of the teams I hate more than anything. If the Bardi goes to FGR, it will be for the money, and it won't be and then it will be complete disloyalty to us. So I will boo him, even though he's one of my favourite county players, and he always will be. I'll still boo him if he goes to FGR. He won't be a favourite county player of mine if he goes there for the money. Should we make more of the checker trade this year? 10k a win? Yes. Bloody too right. I mean, if we're working off a deficit every season, then we've got to plug the gap. That was the whole point of the blog earlier, plugging the gap. Basically with a question mark. In other words, we're not plugging the gap. 10k a win. Take the checker trade serious. We'll plug the gap a bit. Carl Zolwitz, are you going to Hereford away? Unfortunately, mate, I'm not. I'm away on holiday for that one. Bit gutted about that, but I'm really looking forward to my holiday, so I'm happy enough that I'm going to be away. Bluebirds TV, will you enjoy MK Dons away? Nearly as much as I'm going to enjoy Forest Green Rovers away. I will absolutely abuse them all. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Aidan, we're miserable pissheads. The Welsh shag sheep. The Scottish are jealous. Everyone loves Northern Ireland. We are all British. Brexit means Brexit. You're singing off my hymn sheet there, mate. Brexit means Brexit. Happy days. Carlso Wits, I think we should really go for the Checker Trade Trophy this year. Yeah, I know that the whole thing is a mockery because of the under-23 teams from the top two divisions, but there's money to be made. Take it seriously. Get the fans, get the fans a reason to go there as well. Make some money out of the bloody thing this year. It's there, ready for us to, say plug that bloody gap. If it's around about 250k as I'm estimating, I think we could plug 150k of that gap by having a run in the Secretary Trophy. Right then. Carefree on tour. Do you think Britain should become one big football team instead because it starts? Do you think Britain should become one big football team instead because it starts World War Three? Oh, right, okay, theoretically it does, yeah. No, I don't think it should. I definitely think it should be England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland. Everyone should have their own teams. I just think we should want each other to do better than what other people do. That's pretty much where I sit on that. If Wales became Britain, with Scotland and England, it would be dominated with English players, and English fans wouldn't accept it as Britain. To them, it would still be England with one or two Welsh or Scottish in the squad, maybe a Northern Ireland player or two, and it would still be England to them. So, no, I wouldn't like to see Britain. Bailey Goodall, in your opinion, who was better last season, Butler or Hammond? Butler than Hammond, but Hammond had a good season. Liam Phelps, not a chance. Carefree on tour loses the banter of it all. There we go. Yeah, right. Marcus May, what's your opinion on Matt Dolan? Bags of ability, not showing it nowhere near enough. He's got a lot in him. I think if he clicks next season, then he could be a big part in a success of ours. But I think if Dolan clicks and Sheehan is back to his best, we'll have a frightening midfield next season. Frightening. Liam Phelps, Lincoln made over a mil of winning it all last year. So Lincoln winning the conference and coming up the season before last and the cup run, they made over 1 million that season. Plus, obviously, all the extra fans that go there now, so they're building upon that even more. It's unbelievable. Jamie Frankham, would you play Fraser, Franks, or O'Brien next year? To be honest, I got a feeling we're going to be three at the back, so we'll see Franks, O'Brien, and Dimitri all playing together, or Bennett even. I think they could well be a back three. If it's just a back two, it's going to be a rotation between Franks, O'Brien, Bennett, and Dimitri then. Well though, I think strength in depth is a good thing though. Bailey Goodall, are you sad to see Tom Evans and Aaron Collins go? Two County boys gone. Well, first of all, Aaron Collins didn't go as such. He was already gone. He was on loan, so I didn't expect him to stop. I mean, he's still under contract at Wolves. He couldn't have joined us on the permanent there. Wolves paid us for him, so we weren't going to give him back to us for nothing, and we couldn't afford to buy him. So Collins going to Colchester is just him going on loan there instead of to us because he looked good for us, but he didn't excel with us. And I think Wolves, I mentioned the old comfort zone. Newport is a comfort zone for him because he knows it. That's why they wouldn't send him to us. Not last season before they sent him to Notts County instead, so he was out of his comfort zone. So Collins is an acceptable one. Tomo and Evans, I'm a bit gutted because I thought he's a good player. Done a lot for us. Could have kicked on and really moved forward last year after a good loan spell at Truro. But to be honest with you, if we made some money out of him and it ends up enabling us to sign a better replacement, then happy days. And all the best to him as well. What a lovely bloke he is as well. Carefree on tour. Do you like any other sports outside of football? I like watching the Ashes. I watch the Lions tour and some international rugby matches. I enjoy a tennis game, believe it or not. You know, when it's a British player in like the Wimbledon, you know, the latter stages of Wimbledon. I like a bit of basketball. NFL's decent. So yeah, I do like all other sports, but nothing close to football though. Nothing even close. You know the Bristol game. Yeah, Fried Water. You must be a latecomer. We pretty much went through this earlier. Basically, the club made a good business decision to put it behind closed doors, basically because no one was going to turn up because it's the World Cup semi-final, England and Croatia. You're only going to get in from Bristol come to watch a friendly match when their nation is playing in the World Cup semi-final. We'd have lost money on it. Calzo Wits, are you excited for the Hammond and Matt strike force? Yes, I think they'll both be. I think they'll complement each other really well. To be honest with you, so I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I think Matt will get 10 plus. I think Hammond will get 20 plus, and yeah, top 10 finish on the back of that one. Liam Phelps, England with Bale and Ramsey. England with Bale and Ramsey. If it's Britain, let's be fair, starting 11 wise, maybe Ben Davis also. Yeah, and then eventually Ben Woodburn. I think Joe Allen should be considered if it was going to be a British one, and then if it was Scotland involved as well, then I think Robertson at left back would be a consideration certainly, and some of the young players like McGregor and Armstrong coming through from Celtic, I think they would be under consideration eventually as well. So yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, if there was a Britain 11, there would be some inclusion from the other nations, but it would be an England dominated thing. Um, Right, Aiden, I can't wait to do my Lincoln RTG on FIFA 19. What is RTG, mate? Sorry. With the Champions League included in it, so we should see a League Two side grow into a powerhouse. I pretty much do that every year with County anyway. Take them into the Premier League, and I take them up into the Premier League, and I get them into the Champions League and all that. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. It's really fun to do, and it's really easy to do on FIFA as well. You just got to get your skates out with the young players, and you're laughing then. Brooklyn League, do you think we will go up? We as in county? If so, then I don't think we're going to go up. But who knows? I didn't think we were going to finish in the top 11 last season. You know, at the beginning I said mid-table with a cup run. We finished above mid-table. We finished top half with a cup run. So we exceeded expectations last season. So who knows? I wouldn't have thought so. I've got to be realistic. I don't think we will, but who knows? Joel, a bit late. Don't worry about it, mate. It's cool. Brooklyn Lee. Brooklyn Lee was scraping all the Swindon fans on the footbridge last season. Scrapping. Is that what you mean? Scrapping who was scrapping? So Brooklyn Lee, were you fighting? And Bailey and Brooklyn, were you fighting with the Swindon then? What's my opinion on MLS commentary? End of the day, American commentators for the American game. It works, doesn't it? Like British commentators. I mean, Clyde Tildesley wouldn't be able to comment, and Martin Tyler, they wouldn't be able to commentate on Serie A or La Liga, would they? Same as I don't think it would suit for them in MLS. So American game, American commentators, they do it their way. It works for them. Calzo, it's disappointing in the friendly games, really. Think we need a big team to make some money. Exactly. I'm disappointed too, mate. I'm really, really disappointed. I think we needed to get a stellar tie, which we were promised by Alex Tunbridge on his parting open meeting. We had a stellar tie at Ronnie Parade. Stoke under 23s is not a stellar tie, so that's another year of a big nothing. To be honest with you, I think the best we had recently was QPR at home. Terry Butcher's start of the season. Right, Kevionto, who's your favourite NBA team then? Mine's the Lakers. Fair enough. Lakers have always been good. The Bulls have always been good in there. I think obviously it's the San Antonio Spurs who are one of the better teams now with LeBron James playing for them. But Orlando Magic is mine. Orlando is my favourite place in the whole world. That's why Orlando is my favourite MLS team as well. I absolutely love the place. Road to Glory, right, Calzo. Right, thanks for clearing that one up for me. Aiden, I'd be happy to buy a ticket to a playoff final if County get there. Good man, yeah, it'd be good to see you there. Let's hope we can do it then, eh? Calzo, I hate Swindon fans. Okay, yes, we had with them, Calzo. So have we got our youth firm in on the chat today then, have we? Happy days. Bailey Goodall, what do you think of Harry McCurdy at Crew Alexandra last season, scored at our place? Yeah, who was the one who I really liked for them last season? I'm not sure if he was on loan or whether they sold him. I can't remember his name, but he was the one he skinned us all the time. And the one time Dan Butler looked bad was against Crew away, and the guy skinned him, and they ended up getting their goal. I can't remember his bloody name now. Who can remember his name? Someone help me out with this one. Right then, what's your ideal cup draw away? It's got to be Man United because that's where the most money. That's where the most money is. Aiden, is it bad to hate a team more than the one you have a derby with? I hate Reading more than anyone. Um, Hate a team more than the one you have a derby with. Yeah, I suppose you can. It depends on the experiences you've had with them. It's like I hate Wrexham because it's a Welsh derby for us, and they're tossers. But to be honest, I think I hate Luton and Morecambe more than them. If I'm being honest with you. Yeah, so I agree. Yes, I believe you can. LeBron plays for the Lakers, or does he? Why was I think he played for the San Antonio Spurs? And did he used to play for them? I don't know them that I don't know the NBA that well. I just notice a couple of games. Sometimes I'll watch a game every now and again. Bailey Goodall, he was on loan there from Aston Villa. Right, what was that? Harry McCurdy on loan from Aston Villa. Might have been Kirk Ginger CAM. No, no, no. He was a winger. He was on the right wing. He was. I'm not sure if it's something like Hooper or Brooker or something like that. Something like that it was. I can't remember his bloody name though. Joel, the pitch is going to be torn up again soon, probably by the rugby. What you think? The pitch held out well last season. I think they've relayed it. No, I think they know how to deal with that pitch now. They've had a good season with it, so yeah, I think the pitch will be fine next year, next season. Phelpsy, it'll be 4-3-3 or 5-3-2 next season. Not sure which one though. If it's 4-3-3, Matt misses eight. If it's 5-3-2, Keanu and Robbie miss eight. Difficult problem to be solved. Unless it's 4-4-2, mate. Just a bog standard 4-4-2 with Robbie on one side, Matt on the other, Keanu on the other, Matt Ammon up front, possibly Labardi and Sheehan, or Dolan, Sheehan, Dolan, Labardi in the centre of midfield. Crofts included in that. But the amount of midfielders we got, you think he's going to be playing three centre mids? I don't know. We'll have to see how it pans out. Flynn's the one who's got to deal with that headache. Phelps, not us. So let's see what he does. Marcus, mate, what's your thoughts on Chris Zabrowski? I really failed to stop for the police a few weeks back. I would have taken him back to County last summer, though. Same year, I would have taken him back, but obvious problems off the pitch are still there. He just got married as well, so you'd have thought that that was him done with his craziness, but obviously he's not done with that, and the chance are he's going to go back to jail for not stopping for the police. Aiden, to be honest, I ain't the hardest guy. Even I nearly had a scrap with the Swindon lot when I saw them against Bradford. Yeah, I mean that's two scraps apparently with Swindon there and at our place. They must be that kind of fan base, maybe. You know, they just take a lot of idiots with them. Carefree on tour. What's your opinion on Harry Maguire? He has been one of the best players for England in this World Cup so far. Absolutely brilliant. He's been. Fair play to him. Karlsowitz, I personally think we could really win the Checkatrade Trophy next year, but I don't understand why the Hazel is shut. It's just basically because it costs money to open up stands because there's more power, more stewarding. It costs more, and to be honest, we've got to keep the cost down as much as we can if we're going to make any money out of these games because we just ain't getting the people turning up to them. Bailey Goodall, we're getting the youth firm down. FGR, Posh Bellends. Well, I don't. I don't condone football violence. I think it's outdated, and you know there's just too many bans being thrown around and young lads getting beaten up by grown men too often. I don't see the appeal of it anymore, but I say each to their own on that one though. Bring the Mackies with you, haha. Hazel normally shut because of money. I think not enough attendance. Yeah, basically, pretty much Fried Water just summed up exactly what I said. Pickford, wouldn't have been my first choice at the beginning of the tournament. Southgate, absolute stroke of genius to include him. But anyway, guys, we've overshot the half-hour mark now, and I've caught up with all your questions. Happy days. You know, I'm struggling with that. I'm sweating like a bitch, man. It's mad. This heat, unbelievable. Um, Brooklyn Lee has taken them on himself on the footbridge. You're knocking them all off into the Esker, you mate. Go on, knock them off, mate. Knock them off. Good man. So anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the broadcast now. I'd really appreciate the rest of you who are in the room now to drop us a cheeky like if you wouldn't mind. That would be brilliant. We're on 11 likes at the moment. We got 16 people in, so I'm expecting to see at least 16 likes. Oh, there they're shooting up now. Good guys, good guys. Let's get some likes on this, and then we're going to call time on this one. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always, and I think England are going to win the World Cup, and I think I actually do believe England could well win the World Cup, and I think County are going to top 10 again, top 10 for County. Yes, there we go, guys. Much appreciated for all of you in here tonight. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the inclusion and the 17 likes that we got now. Thank you very much. Signing off with the old "It's Coming Home." I've heard that for about 5 seconds, to be honest with you. It's been nothing but "It's Coming Home." But at the end of the day, people are excited and they've got every reason to be. It's Joel. My cousin started watching you because of me. I told him to watch you. Good. Keep bringing in the viewers. End of the day, we make money for the club. You know, off of doing this. The more you like, comment, and watch the videos, we make money. It's free. It's free money for us, guys. You know, and the content on this channel is good. So go and catch some of the videos tonight. You know, there's some really good stuff coming out. So it's coming home as #1 in the UK charts. I'm not surprised. Absolutely. Amber Army. Let's sign off on an Amber Army now. Let's bring it. Let's bring it back to the old county. The old county. Up the county. Amber Army. All that sort of stuff. Let's do it, guys. Thank you very much as always, and it's been a pleasure. And until the next time. Next Sunday. Next Sunday is at the World Cup final on next Sunday. I'm not sure. It's the World Cup final. I'm probably not going to do a stream unless I can do it beforehand. I can't remember what day the World Cup final is. And oh, Jamie, what a way to upset me as we're about to call it up the FGR, for God's sake. No, we'll leave it on that one before it sinks any lower than that. Guys, thank you again, and until the next time, cheerio for now. And as always, up the county.